So I wanted to go over our loose leash walking with Mr. Dyson and Eureka. So when we're cruising with the dynamic duo, really only Dyson is treat motivated. You're looking at me, sweetie. You want to take one finally? There we go. Well, there we go. So usually Miss Eureka is not too interested in treats. However, I think that Mr. Dyson makes her feel more comfortable and at home. So we've done some loose leash walking separately and some loose leash walking together. And what we're looking for is just for our pups to give us that slack leash. And I really like where Dyson is located, but it's impossible to have one not in front of the other when we've got that narrow sidewalk, so that's fine. So if I don't like this, I got a little tension in the leash. I'm gonna turn around here and have him follow me back this direction. So anytime, good job, that we get tension in the leash, then we're gonna want to change directions, at the very least get their attention and get them back to positioned where they need to be positioned, which is on our side, or since it's the dynamic duo, if they're up ahead a smidge, I consider it acceptable as long as we've got slack in the leash, most importantly. So they've actually done a very good job. I think that they comfort one another. So as long as, here we're behind me, as long as one is positioned, the other's positioned appropriately, and they really comfort one another. So anyway, we learned individually and then started working as a dynamic duo. If you started having any issues, I would do a couple sessions with the pups individually and then start working with them as a team. Usually that's the easier way to and more effective way to start. But they've done a great job as a dynamic duo. So again, you're always clicking when they're hanging out right by your side. I also like to click for them giving me eye contact. And if we ever get any tension in the leash is when we change directions or just have them positioned. So you could certainly do a touch, good, and have them both come back right here by your knee where they need to be positioned if we're getting out ahead too much. But they've done a great job. So as soon as you take off, they have a understanding, good job, that this is where they need to be located. So it shouldn't be as imperative. Good job, Eureka's taking the treats as it typically is. So you little cutie. So we'll turn around, change directions on them. Good job, Mr. Dyson. Good job, Eureka. Very good. So anyway, they have done an excellent job. And the last thing that I'll say is they do get pretty excited when they get their leashes. A lot of times prior to taking off, what I'll do is do some relax on a mat with their leashes. So they're not so excited as soon as they see the leash, because we really want to start to counter condition that and make it so that when we see the leash, it's not such a big deal. So very good job, you little cuties. Perfect.